Alright, you guys, I'm here. You rang. Right? A couple days of hardcore effort. Um, I've been just sort of sitting back here chuckling. I've also been sick as hell. I ain't really felt like doing you motherfuckers. I've also been doing my own thing. And, being with those I really care about the most. Would you stop that with bubble wrap, please? Thank you. Um, I just heard the dumbest shit in the world. Now there ain't much some of y'all won't do for a little cash, but I gotta wonder which one of the other assholes from Ben Hill, I don't know, paid, um, Panda Pussy, uh, enough to get his pack of cigarettes and Mountain Dew for the day. Now, I'd love to tell you that I'm just super triggered by his hard hitting bullshit, you know. And I just had to come on here, cause God, what would it be if y'all just couldn't use my DV to be like, oh, she'll come out, things will happen, right? Yeah, and boy, didn't Panda just get the job done before all of you super triggered me. I've been watching y'all use the DV for days, right? To try to get certain things going. I've been seeing it for several weeks actually. I love the good guy, bad guy. It's not really doing it for me though. Mm, just watching it, compiling group movements and all. Emotional and psychological distressing, compiling it. Fuckery within the group, you know, the typical shit. Doesn't bother me much these days. Y'all are a bunch of fucking failures. You carry on. I don't give a shit. The thing of it is, today, I was made aware of why the last few days have been so hard on it and what y'all are really up to, mine. And it's because of something going on in monsters around. I gotta tell you, I really don't give a fuck about that either. And boy, if something happens there, well, good fucking riddance. I really don't give a shit, especially once people have ever harmed my children or myself. I'm just not built like that. Um, World would be a better place. Can you go quicker, please? Anyway, that's just how that is, especially with motherfuckers who have helped abuse me, um, and my children for most of my life and all of theirs. Now, I assume, when I was made aware for reasons today, I guess, that somebody caught wind the other night and people are gonna leave out that fake or real monsters are running afoot. I guess that's anybody's guess. To trigger me real good and to put out fake shit. I just don't give a fuck about any of it, quite frankly. I'd hate for somebody not to be able to emotionally process well enough still not to, oh, I don't know, decide to jump online and do some fuck shit or have this group do fuck shit under fake things as they're going through things so everybody can be like, oh, poor boo boo, look how mean, she probably knows already. No, I didn't. Thing is, I'm just speaking my goddamn truth because it's truth out here. But y'all carry on. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck. Uh, I don't give a fuck about none of that group's feelings. Anything else. I know our monster doesn't either when the truth comes down to all that, you know. I can play a good game the last few years, though, I guess. Faces and masks and all. But I gotta tell you, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have a fucking parade. about it. If something happened, that's just how it is, you know? It's how I'm fucking built, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I came to terms with that a long time ago. My own wiring is what it is. I mean, you know, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my kids. Don't fuck with those I love. And then damn sure don't expect me to have fucking empathy or sympathy for you in any way. Or not to be all like, woo! If shit happens. And the world becomes a better place suddenly. So, either way, I sort of know that the group probably knew before I did in the background. And that's probably what the last few days have been about. I gotta tell you, I don't give a fuck about any of it. Really don't. And if y'all are wondering what I'm up to, making sure all my pores are cleaned up so I can moisturize. And that last vestiges of my makeup are completely eradicated before I do that. Because I've had shit to do over the last few days. And yesterday, might have been yesterday. I don't know, I've been so sick the last 48. It's been like, fuck it. Days are sort of blurry, but I've had things to do. I guess yesterday I spent a bit of time with some grassy lemon-nosed boys. Uh, and so I'm there for so makeup. Anyway, uh, anyway, I decided that this was the dumbest shit I've seen all week, though. Topped it. I just topped it all. And because this fucking particular piece of filthy shit, up in New York, who knows none of us at all, uh, wants some attention, well, we need cigarettes and Mountain Dew for this week or tomorrow or whatever. And whatever. Just a cycling of horse shit, you know. Boy, it's just. You just get online and say anything for y'all, wouldn't he? No matter who it is at the time. Bitch been taking money since. That motherfucker was out here in public on Summer's case before anybody else was. You don't even know the fuck on that. Like, the fuck? You know? He ain't stopped yet. Anything that dude's ever done was like, get out here and like try to get his kid for money and then try to, I mean, like the first few days after Summer vanished and then try to make his kid look guiltier and shit. Talk shit about Allie, do fucking Weasley shit. Because he's a fucking weasel, man. Like, that dude needs to go to, like, hell. Straight up. And I'd love to tell you that I really give a fuck about him enough to be like, I really don't. He's fucking gross. Anyway, give me a second, because, and the only reason I'm doing this, the only reason, make no mistake, isn't because I'm triggered, or because I give a shit. I just think it's time to. Well, I mean, we always do that around here, though. We call this dip shit out for this crap, and then everybody lets it do it again. You know why? Because the group uses him to do this, and has for years, and they knew he'll play for fucking cash. Then, like, as little as $5 or $10 can buy you, like, a year's worth of shit, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, this dude will do more for $5 or a pack of cigarettes than a fucking whore on a corner in desperate need of fucking, like, dope before they hit DTs. This dude will do anything on the daily. I bet you tomorrow I can go over and be like, bro, like, I'll send you a pack of the expensive cigs in the mail if you like go naked and get breast implants. Shake it, you know? He'd do it. Anyway, so I mean, there ain't no lows this dude knows, man. He'll sub his own kid. He'll talk shit about Allie while she's in ICU dying. He'll have his kid looking like he fucking killed Allie and Leslie. I mean, there ain't much this dude won't do, and I think we all know it after these years. He'll take money from TM and BK to make false narratives. He'll fucking take money from Fred the other day to get up fuck shit. Man, can't get back to see, oh my god. And then they weren't his own stream, so he jumped at Mama Bear's nest. And Fred's like, here, motherfucker. Yeah, like, the fuck is going on? Like, man, I think we know this dude's shtick by now. I know Hiltz. Oh, you're gonna be super mad today. I know you only made cigarettes. I can hear from the stream you're fucking pathetic asshole ladies. All like, can I have a cigarette? Y'all have them share pack? Give them share pack. Give them share pack. Is this about nicotine withdrawals? Is that what it is? I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I hate it for you up there. Alright. Hold on just a second. Okay. Alright, guys. So, here's what I just listened to. It's really time I'll never get back out of my life. But I'm super, like, triggered by it. It just, he's so effective at this that I'm just, out of all the ones trying to do this over the past few days, oh, he got me, man. He got me. Right. Far bigger tragedy pimps couldn't do it. The whole circuit couldn't do it. But this one, he's so powerful. Oh, it just, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to take a minute to make him look like the filthy bag of shit he is, and the inept, gross garbage can piece of shit he is. Just like for the billionth time around these tragedy event blocks, right? But I'm gonna do a thorough job of it in just a second.
It got stuck in the branch that it was growing on, and then it also.
Now here, I'm gonna turn it up so you can hear him enunciate it clearly. Okay? Him and his old lady. He stands back here and tolerates her old man doing this to other women. For cigarette monies. I don't know, man. Has a vibe to me, don't you? You don't want your man to stand online and be like, I'm here for an hour, will somebody buy me cigarettes? And then jump over into mama bears and start begging in chats. He goddamn shame pieces. Baddest whore bag I've ever been like, yeah, it's fine, wear all their clothes alive, do that. It makes us money. Oh, you can use the kids too for. Oh, okay. Kids we ain't red shit to do. Okay. Alright. Let's do that. Ooh, and I love how this was advertised. What he did to another one today and me was advertised another, but another good guy thing happened today. Oh, gosh, it worked so wonderfully. Didn't it? My goodness, wonders never cease around these goddamn tragedy pimp streets. Shit.
Howdy, y'all. What's up? I got some fun stuff for this one. We're going to talk about Mushmouth. You know who that is, right? It's JSB. Mushmouth? You know, the woman that talks like she got a bag of dicks in her mouth? Yeah, that one. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk.
Who else said that lady? Wasn't it purple? Wasn't that one of AB's motherfuckers too? Some feeling a dick in my mouth. Dude, if I had a dick in my mouth, I wouldn't be speaking, period. Is that supposed to be an insult? Once again, we're all adults. I don't know that that's an insult by my standards. I mean, I'm an adult. I've definitely had them in there. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Kind of enjoy it. I mean, like, it's sort of a thing adults get up to. I y'all are. How's that an insult? I don't understand. I mean, if y'all don't enjoy it, fine. But trust me, if I had one in my mouth, I wouldn't be speaking at all. So I don't know what, and I also don't know what kind of dicks y'all working with. Okay, but the ones I generally pick, they don't leave room for talking around them. I assume y'all got problems with yours, which is why people got space to speak around them, or they're trying to talk around. I'm not sure. That's a you problem. I tell you. Carrying on.
A little Miss Bag of Dicks for mouth. Okay? Because I got some questions.
CNA says a little bag of dicks in her mouth. Bitch, I don't pick little ones. I ain't built like that. I have standards. I'm a size queen. I fully admit that. It's the thing. Goldilocks with the dicks. This one's too big. This one's too small. This one's just right.
And I want to see some proof. Because, I mean, anybody, and I mean literally anybody, can say some shit. But, you know, unless you got proof, I mean, kind of sounds like you're trying to grab some attention. I know I'm late. I did it purposely. I always do that shit purposely. I do that shit purposely to be late. Okay?
And bitch, are you running a cash app on my name? Defamation, violation of fucking, laws against, attacking people with disability and all that. Are you pulling a Ziggy right now? Bitch, these streets been on fire with this shit since way back. Yeah, but I'm super triggered by the magical and wonderful, not so wizard of fucking New York hoboism. Yes. Terribly upset by it after this many years.
So, Mushmouth.
Ooh.
Go on and on and on and on and on. Sorry, I was reading something. So, Mushmouth. I got questions. You got answers? Because
Probably.
I want some.
Do you?
You claim all this rigmarole BS.
You want some? Boy, you're awful demanding for such a tiny little fella, aren't you? A balding one who looks older than I am, though you are far younger, and I've been through radiation and shit. And 30 plus years of abuse. I'm gonna tell you, you don't need to be talking about Justin's hairline no more. And are you the fuck? XO ladies a fucking RSO fucking brothers half what you got your fucking what the hell's wrong with you, dude? Don't answer that. We all know. You's a problem in the universe. You're goofy though. You're just straight fucking goofy.
You claim it.
You really will do anything. For what was that Benny used to call it? Strange? This dude will do anything. I've literally seen rock whores on corners do less shit for $5 than this dude will.
Now, where's the proof? Where's the police reports? I mean, it'd be nice if we could understand.
And bro, even them bitches down there like the fucking hay house that would let them weird skanky gel dudes stick it through a fence and do weird shit to their deadly bits for literally $2 and $3 would do less than Hiltz will for that weird.
What you're saying half the time, but you know, that's what it is, I guess. It would be really nice if we could understand a half of what the fuck you're saying.
What? Now wait. Hold on, Hilt. Well, apparently something I've said recently you understood just fine, and now you're in your feels about. But now you're gonna do this? Like an abusive man does? And you're gonna pretend that I have mush mouth and bag of dicks. But apparently I did not, and I enunciated clearly when whatever I said or did pissed you the fuck off. But you and your tiny man feels. Probably because the group wants you in them to do this. In the circle jerk that's happening. The good guy, bad guy, DV, monsters got shit going in the background. Poor bullshit routine. I ain't got time for it. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all right now. I got my own things to do.
Wow. Just saying. Oh, I only got one person here. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think so. I think I got more than that. I think my shit's just slow. So, Mush Mouth, what are you doing? Yes, you can have a cigarette. Mushy?
Oh, you control the cigarette. She has to ask you for one. I love that y'all have a packed split. Who paid for it this week? Who did you shit on this week? Or which part of the group? Or which player from Minion paid you for this shit? So y'all have a pack or a few rolled ones. And she has to. Can I have a cigarette? Wow.
Mouth, where are you?
And did he really go live? Just hollering at the screen, Mushy Mouth, where are you? Mush Mouth, Mush Mouth, where are you? I want proof. Like I was gonna be notified and like he was special enough for me to be like, oh, I'm right here, let me come talk to you. And then that way you could like do whatever, maybe get another pack of cigarettes or whatever. What? Bitch, you think you're that important or special around here? I didn't even answer the monster like that. Bitch, you better fuck off. You may work in your own home and own your own children and that pathetic bitch in the background, but it don't work here. Might work for the rest of the crews you play with, like Lips and the Sector of Trash you play with that have done the worst critter getting up to in Summer's case for years. You grifting bastards. But that shit don't work here, and I ain't a drama channel. The fuck do I look like to you, motherfucker? You're a bitch? No, motherfucker. You're about to look like mine, no.
Where are you, Dimash? Oh, my controller said fuck you. So, Mush Mouth, where are you? You claiming all this happy-go-lucky blah-de-blah about your ex-man. Do you have police reports to back up your statements? Do you? You got the police reports backing what you're stating. Because, Boo, to me, it kind of sounds like, of what I can understand, it sounds like you're a scorned lover because your old man left your ass.
Oh. Oh, gosh. My heart. Oh. Oh, and I. So scorned and jelly beans over a 4-foot another gnome that's also a tragic piece of shit. Can't pay child support on her own kids, didn't raise them. They're all on dope in the trailer park. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this skanky whores. I'm just super tragically. I'm so scorned. I'm just. Ow. He married it to get back at me, and I got recordings of it. Oh. Oh. Yes. Super scorned. Did I ever tell y'all I had better dicks to put in my mouth? Or did we already go past? Okay.
Oh. You want to talk about it? No? Okay.
Are you talking to yourself, dude?
Because to me it sounds like you had all the time in the world to come out about your story. You just waited to tell your air quote unquote story. You waited to say something to anyone about this quote unquote story of yours until a 5-year-old little girl went missing. So,
and you dumb motherfucker, it's not quote unquote. You should probably Google that and probably go below AI for the answer on that. You dumb bag of shit.
I think your quote unquote story is a bunch of quote unquote bullshit. So.
Oh, do you?
What's up? So, you want to tell me why you waited until a 5-year-old little girl went missing to tell your quote unquote story?
You want to tell me why you waited until a 5-year-old named Summer Wells went missing to give a fuck about Hunter, or then try to, I don't know, wrangle him up to New York because cha-ching, and cigarette money, or collect a reward, or whatever the fuck it was you were up to. Who the fuck is you again? Oh, you're a sperm donor from New York, you say. That didn't know Summer, don't know any of us, and didn't give a flying fuck about your kid until you found out Summer's Amber Alert had been released, and then somebody tapped you on the shoulder because your dumbass ain't smart enough to come up that plane on your own. Somebody determined he was one of the main witnesses to June 15th, and you thought, oh, hell yeah, is what you did, bro, and you got up to it with somebody because you ain't smart enough to come up that plane on your own to try to take him from Tennessee. Now, were you? Weird how quick you worked or attempted to take him from his mama. You suddenly caring motherfucker. Now, tell us again about how people like you were public instantly long before we were, and you were trying to acquire witnesses around, so, and you suddenly gave a fuck about your own. Please do tell. That's what I think you need to shut up, Hiltz.
No, pay the fucking toll. Let me get up, walk around all this furniture to give you a cigarette, you pay the toll. All right, let's talk.
Wait, what? What was that? And were you yelling at her?
Tell me why you waited until a 5-year-old little girl went missing to tell your quote-unquote story. Get up. No, pay the fucking toll. Let me get up, walk around all this furniture to give you a cigarette, you pay the toll. All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah, you want me to get up and walk around all this furniture, and you're gonna to give you a cigarette, you're gonna pay the toll. Well, you're real respectful to your partners. It's real cute and in that tone. You're not abusive at all. And that's with cameras rolling.
Hello, my lovelies. Hi. So we're gonna talk about this, okay? We're gonna talk about it real nice. Like JSB wants to go over and cry to boo-hoos, okay? And wants to say, oh, well, Andy did this, Andy did that, da fuck it up. Honey boo, where's the proof? You speak a whole lot of shit. And you want all these people to hate on your ex-man for all these supposed things you're saying he did. Supposed things he did. So, where's the police reports? And if you go back into your earlier shit there, JSB, you weren't really talking.
Now, wait a minute. You're rolling, so you can't even bypass. I got it. Okay. Hold on.
Talking about Andy like he was a piece of shit, huh?
Well, I'm going to rewind that bit.
Supposed things he did. So, where's the police reports? And if you go back into your earlier shit there, JSB, you weren't really talking about Andy like he was a piece of shit, huh? You waited until he left you to start talking about him like he was a piece of dog meat. You see?
You sure about that, bro? Are you real sure about that? You real sure about that, Hiltz? Because, these pictures of, the abuse and stuff, right? Oh, they're before Summer vanished. That's me with friends and community members who witnessed and heard him and all the things, right? Wow. I don't know, and you should see some of the, messages, right? Yeah, anyway. So, and then Hiltz, there are videos on my Facebook, even the year before, where I went live because he had beaten me. So that's a year plus. And also been very vocal about it on all forms of my social media for years and years. The entire community here knew. Um, Everybody around us since we were kids and he started the shit knew. Law enforcement, courts knew. Um, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. What do you mean? I did not say anything about his ass or what he was doing to us or to talk shit about him until summer vanished. Because I was always open about it. It was never a secret in here or on my social media. Far predating summer vanishing. Yep. And there's proof of that. I've shown the receipts throughout all the years of this on my lives. Other channels have shared them randomly. You should probably also go back and look at Monster's own words and shit, and the live streams he was on, where he admits it plainly and clearly. He definitely enunciates that he did indeed abuse on our children. Yep, that happened a whole bunch. Even to the sibling. It was like, no, it was just one time. And he's like, no, it wasn't. Well, that one's the worst you ever did it? No, no, all the pictures Jody C put out, sibling, those weren't even the worst I did to her. That's on live streams too, out of Andy's own mouth. And that he hit our children. So are you okay, buddy? Your buddy AB and everybody put out their receipts too, I believe. I mean, he went through the yeah, she is phase, and then you tried your bullshit with the that's ketchup on her face, even after Andy admitted it. Hey, shit, fucking Toaster. You remember Toaster? You know, of the Nana crew who was visiting the hospital when your son changed his story when Ellie was passing and you got calls into him because his mama wasn't there to protect him anymore? She was over being like, yeah, it's ketchup. Then she got thrown off the bus right after all this. But anyway, I'm sure you recognize AB, and well, he went harder than you ever will, so there's that. Um, I know he is trying to push my buttons. I'm well aware of that, yeah. So, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not reacting to him trying to push my buttons. I'm over here to make him look like the pile of line paid, fucking around in Summer's case, fucking around with all of us, destroying Summer's case on purpose, motherfucker that he is. Because that's exactly the job he's been paid for, along with the rest of the motherfuckers connected to him in the little Saharan pool that's drying up with all of them. And that's exactly what Hiltz has been up to all these years. It's what he's continuing to do, and it don't take but $1 to get him to do it. If that. I mean, talk about attention, you give him attention, he'll do it for fucking free too. He don't give a damn. Those of us who know Summer do. So no, it's not that he's triggering a response from me, it's that, well, I got a bigger channel, obviously. Sometimes a few more people watching. And maybe it'll keep this motherfucker from doing more motherfuckering shit in Summer's case and helping shit go real life on so many of us. And to stop his tampering and tormenting of him fucking around with Summer shit and putting out disinformation and misinformation on purpose, and helping this group target, terrorize, try to discredit, etc., real witnesses to, well, Summer's whole life and the fuckery around Ben Hill and otherwise, and events and this here. And, well, unlike Daddy over here, his son's own behavior and patterns. Because some of us were witness and privy to that. Unlike this motherfucker who didn't care about his kid until summer finished. And whoever sees him. Unlike this motherfucker. No. Carrying on.
It might be a problem, Boo.
What might be a problem? Hold on.
Because from my understanding, it might be a problem, Boo.
Hey, what's the problem?
You weren't really talking about Andy like he was a piece of shit, huh? You waited until he left you to start talking about him like he was a piece of dog meat.
Really? Because I told him every day to, like, face, like, you're fucking abusing the children, or you're a piece of shit. Stop it. Nobody in town was oblivious. You know, go back the last 3 or 4 minutes. Like, pause, rewind, play at will until you get it through your head.
You see, it might be a problem, Boo. Because from my understanding, you hold a vendetta against Andy B because he left you. Now, why did he leave you?
Since when has anybody other than you motherfuckers ever said I hold a vendetta against him for, quote, leaving? And the last I heard from that motherfucker, it was still, I love you, blah, 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 and I just need time, blah, blah, no different than the other. But we knew something was up, it was different, couldn't figure it out. Put us into a freak, we're the freak out, like, where are we in this cycle type of thing. Yeah, I still never heard the words, I'm leaving, I'm going, blah, blah, no more than usual typical shit. Yeah. Never. You say hilt, it must be true, and yeah, I'm super holding a vendetta. Because he's a piece of shit as bad as you are. Didn't really raise any of their own either. Pissed off about child support there. Monsters, I guess, semi-paid money he's making off of eyeing the kids through years doing this shit online, much like you are with your shit. And the child support you gotta pay for others you don't raise either. And, you know, refusing to pay child support for little. I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you motherfuckers. I know y'all get along well, though. Y'all carry on.
After all that time being with you, why did he leave you? Because if it was the abuse, you would have left him. Or if it was the so-called abuse, as you put it, you would have left him.
He really did abuse like this. And to say when or where, how someone leaves or whatever, like, boy, he's trying hard today, ain't he?
Abuse was as bad as you say it was, there would have been police reports. And there would have been, y'all done would have left his ass.
Sure, Hills. Sure.
Oh, you were scared for you want to use?
Sure, especially in an area where hour and a half, 2 hours, enough time for them to kill you. And you can't get a phone signal out. And then they just leave you like, just separate for the night. Or y'all stay in one bedroom than the other. Like you can see when they show up for Cindy, your thumb works fine. What the fuck you talking? Yeah. That's how it really works, man.
I would care for my life, really. Okay. You can use that excuse, that's fine.
And he's really like, I'm scared for my life. Yeah, really. He really did that. Nice, bro. Way to help show other women and children that, well, this and one of you douchebags might happen to them if they ever reached out for help anywhere. And then they may not reach out, and then they may end up dead or in body bags. Way to go, you advocate Hiltz, you. Whew. Good job, buddy. And I'm sorry, did you say that he did a whole domestic violence live on men where he was abused? Do we have receipts on that? Did he have police reports? We need to know.
It's what it is.
Okay.
I ain't gonna flaw on you for that one. But I want to see documented, legalized proof. Any of this happened. Because I'm not just gonna go at the man because on your word. Because one, I can barely understand.
Who asked you to go at anyone? Did I come over and I'm like, hey, Hills, I need you to go hard on Andy and go at him for me? No, that's what you do, sucking dick for the tragedy pimps in Summer's case, like you're doing right now. Did anybody come to you and go hard for me? Bitch, you couldn't go hard if you had fucking little blue pills. You can troll in chats, you can do whatever, you can suck a tragedy pimp dick for a bag of roll up, but ain't nobody coming asking you for shit. Bitch, I got a channel that's 10,000 plus larger than yours. And a voice that does indeed ring a little bit further. Even with a tiny bag of dicks in my mouth. Even after all your years and your troops' years of terrorization, fuckery, disinformation, and misinformation campaigns inside of Summer's case online. Levied at everyone who really counts and knows Summer. And who might be a problem for others where it concerns June 15th and truth and whatever. Hey, you're a little piece of shit, Hiltz. I ain't going through his channel. I don't give a fuck enough about it. I'm sure he did, and I kind of remember an arc where he was all on that. I never did watch this douche much. I know what he did in chats and everything. Receipts have long been held on this dipshit, and it didn't take a genius to figure out what he did with Hunter in the beginning. Was like, oh, and that should have really told the world all they needed to know about Hills. And he should have been fully ejected from this realm. But this realm went, wait, this dude will do anything for Snickers. So they've used it. Very detrimental, this one. Carry on.
Your word. Two, I can barely understand your word. And three, all you done is run your fucking mouth under a missing little girl's name about your...
He'll see you on mirror. All you've done is run your mouth under Summer's name, who you don't know, buddy. And on the back of your kid. And the rest of us, whom you do not know. Just like you're running your goddamn mouth on mine. And you've been out here since, like, second one after her alerts and such. But you can miss me. Is what you can do. Secondly, you created your YouTube to do just that. Mine was created to call up motherfuckers like you for years. Yeah, that's on Facebook too. You should probably go check that out, you loser son of a bitch. And to speak out on TV, which you're clearly trying to use today for your pack of roll-ups. Oh my god, I'm triggered so hard.
Abuse.
Abuse. Who said?
Show the paperwork.
Paperwork.
Show it. We all want to see it.
Dude.
You want to play victim? Show it.
He's like, play victim. Show it. Hey, Hiltz, do you suck dicks like that? Because, like I tell you, they don't like it when you're that violent with them. Well, I mean, most of them. Don't turn your head at me like that. Hold on just a second, because we're going to need light on this situation. It's still be on my nerves already.
I'll be waiting for it. Oh wait, that's right. You're not gonna show it. You're not.
He's doing this. Is that what you do to your wife? Because I gotta tell you, ladies don't like that either. What is that? You're one of the sandpaper motherfuckers, right? You just like airwear till. Nah, you probably don't even care about it. It's fine.
Show the paperwork.
Show paper.
Show it. We all want to see it. You want to play victim? Show it. I'll be waiting for it. Oh wait, that's right. You're not gonna show it. You're not gonna show it. You're gonna say how you're gonna of what I would be of what anybody will be able to understand. You're gonna say, how dare you attack somebody like that? Fuck that.
That's weird, Hills, because for all the years I've been out here, and even before I came to YouTube, I showed the paperwork, and the pictures, and the receipts, and everything else, and recordings, and videos, and even before Summer vanished to done so. So, damn y'all, he's got me. We all know I'm not going to show the paperwork. Or the receipts, or we know I'm just too chicken shit for that or something, and it's a strange world Hiltz lives in. Right? I don't know what he just even said there, but I get.
Show it.
It's so absurd you can't wrap your mind around it, and it doesn't even want to hold the information in. You're like, fuck, did he just say? Because it's so stupid.
I'll be waiting for it. Oh wait, that's right. You're not gonna show it. You're not gonna show it. You're gonna say how you're gonna of what I would be of what anybody will be able to understand. You're gonna say, how dare you attack somebody like that? Fuck that.
Really? Look here, buddy. You know those pictures I just showed? These and my breasts, etc. Da 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 da. Other places. I think these are my legs. All that. I and my friends were talking about the petechial hemorrhage in my eyes as well, because he'd suffocated, strangled me. Anyway, these were all online. Okay. And Andy himself even admitted to it online. And these ain't the worst. Super chicken shit, buddy. Okay. Alright. How dare you attack somebody like me that'll show receipts? Oh wait, hold on. What receipts, you ask? Well, here's the thing. These are only a few of them, Hilts. A few of them, pretty thick, heavy bastards here, and this one, and these are just simplified, cut down. The few I selected for court settings. These are not by any means all that I hold over all the decades. Would you like to see some of them, Hilts? Would you? I mean, we can go through them. That's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, I'm talking full on shit about him. I'm like, yeah, when Andy isn't hitting me, he seems to care too. Ellipses, sometimes. LOL. I clearly knew he was an abuser, and he gave no fucks about me. This is a friend I compare in DV, and, you know. Um, and their own shit they were going through. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the one with Brooke Dick. Oh, this is the one where I caught him cheating. He had condoms and lube in his Jeep. Alright, and I never needed that. So it's like, what the fuck? He's like, I did stuff. Yeah, right? But I'm a liar. He wasn't a cheater. He never got up to shenanigans. Nobody till Whorebag 400. And that during that period, she definitely wasn't the only one either. Um. Mm, oh, this is when I noticed with my little deception detective skills that the emojis on his phone had suddenly swapped from ones we used to another one. And these were Whorebag 500 emojis. And her typing to me because she thought she was cute. Spider's broke dick. Let's see. Oh dear. Him ringing the phone off. Screaming, yelling. Ah. Oh, me showing proof that I was paying my goddamn car payment, not that asshole. And keeper claims. Uh, anyway, let's see here. Where he does indeed call it my car. Mm. And like when he was in court, not to punish, not like this, not like that. Never right. Let's see here. Tell him. Calling me, screaming at me. I told him screaming really helped. Yay. Great. And, you know, that's all he ever fucking did. Much like you to yours back there. Shit, I don't know. What all we got here? In this packet. I have fraternal set up. Let's see here. He was screaming at me. I didn't want to be screamed at anymore. And him telling me that, keep goddamn hanging the fuck up on me. I was like, keep question mark? He's like, you set the goddamn pace for the goddamn test of the fucking day. I was like, and what? You beat on me like always? Terrorize me more? Scream more? Big surprise. See, I'm just a dry, salty bitch like that. And Monster's like, this motherfucker don't like being held accountable. Out here and being like, but still, you having more weed is more important than a goddamn heart medicine I need. You're picking weed lately over basics at home, food, making us do without food and basics as your weed habits get worse. Tell me that's okay. Tell me that's normal. It is exactly what you swore you did not want to get like again. You said it yourself. It's like, it's fucking evil. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Remember who raised your kids and held it down. wasn't your buddies or fam. Bye. He was like, it when I'm out, you play games. Fuck you, cunt. I was like, didn't play games. You hit me repeatedly and threatened me repeatedly. He goes, Kay, going to bed after I eat. I was like, doubt that. I was like, kids ate yet? They were with me, by the way, but I was being a bitch. He's like, okay, you want to call on, have me arrested, I have blah, blah, blah for you, and yeah, it was threats to kill me and such. If I called the police, you know, where it took an hour and a half, 2 hour response time. Right? And double dog daring me to call police, and I didn't even, ain't that weird, Hiltz? Ain't that weird? And he was right down the road. He could have gotten there in a few minutes because he was his parents now at that time. You know, keeping me in the box, making sure I stayed there. Tormenting the living shit out of me, and if I went out, that was a problem if I got caught. And then if it, every time he'd hit me, beat me, it'd be an excuse for all, stick a dick in a whore, do whatever, keep me in the box. He'd stay out sleeping at mommy and daddy, blah, blah, Josie's mean to me because she's like, you hit me, and whatever, right? And then he's all like terrified, so he leaks it about me calling the law. And then he starts threatening me. Basically, if I call the police, guess what's going to happen to me? Yeah, that beautiful shit's there. Talk about being terrified for your life an hour and a half, 2 hours away from anybody getting there. Hawkins County is going to leave you here anyway. Fucks it matter. Hell, most police departments will. I wonder why when there are people like you out there. Oh. Yep. Here's some more about other whores you got caught with. Oh, almost 2 hours to get catch out. This was indeed whorebag 400 from Weston. Anyway, let's see here. This is him always being like, find me a job, do my things for me, be my mommy, blah, blah, blah. And then this is him leading up to everything, doing the whole thing. You don't let me quit this job, it's gonna ruin our lives. Him being mad at coworkers, coming and beating me instead. It's all pretty well there. Right. Oh, timestamps as far back, like 2018. Some of these, even further back. Me paying for his meds and stuff for his broke shit he was breaking on whores. And, hold on. I can't see shit over here. Let's see. Yep. Me paying my shit, my cards. Great. Me leaving even prior to going boat and in motels before y'all ever even really knew us out in public. Oh, look, here's safe words I had for eyeing the kids to friends. Shit. Oh, and that's fucking 2019, Hiltz. 2019, and safe words that I'd set up for my kids to message friends if they thought they could get us help in time without getting us killed. Or if he went right up their asses, doing whatever, making sure they couldn't message or call out either. Yeah. Well, else. Shit. I don't know, buddy. I'm afraid I can't show you any receipts, man. I'm just diverting all this. I'm just terrified. Right? Terrified of it all. How dare you say some things about people like me who survived DV and monsters and are still trying to, no thanks to tragedy pimps like you, tamper with court settings, courts, the Aethies, the fuckery, the Jennies, the Adrians, the Pennies, the Scotts, the Pipers, the Heathers, the whatevers, the Rojos, the Lips. You know, how fucking dare me keep receipts on that motherfucker and then on you. Yep, here you go. He wanted to call and scream at me because he was mad at work, right? And I didn't want to be screamed at and yelled at and cussed because he was upset at those at work and at Hayworth. So, and I knew my ass was going to get beat that day no matter what, and he would probably come home early. He goes, why can't you goddamn ever just fucking talk? Let me say shit without goddamn doing this. Right? Because in his mind, it's perfectly okay to call me, scream at me, and abuse me over what was going on at work. And he's like, find me a job. Chris gets to leave, and I can go home when compressor went down when we open, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So he's, find me a job, do this, fill out my paperwork, be my mommy. Brad just quit. It was raining when I come in and left. So might need to find a job. Find me a job. And I found him that one anyway, because I know those people most of my life, right? About like every job that stupid piece of shit ever had. Okay. Anyway, Madonna and Horror Complex. He likes fucking whores. Thinks they're Madonnas. They look like mommy. I don't look like mommy in the least. I have an attitude, but I'm more than Madonna. But people are coming out. It's a complex thing with that motherfucking monster. And he always tries. But would always keep in the box. So, yeah, I'm tragically upset. And y'all have helped him continue to box us over the years. Oddly enough. Thanks for that shit. Oh, here he is, holding up all the weapons he had illegally in people knew their name that were a danger to I and the children, just like the ones his parents, helpfully bought him at his birthday, and they were pumping in tons to the house, too. Yeah, you see the looks on Hawkins when they're like, nah, fuck it, we don't care. I think Fred mentioned these too, and he's like, JSP took him XYZ in places. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware, Fred, you're not breaking news, you dumbass. Nice to know you're out in the woods skulking around, though. I'd already shown these as well. Oh, look, and the real flowers from Ben Hill. Shit. Yeah. Who gives a fuck, though, right? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, this is when my cancer was like, we already discovered I was sick as fuck. I mean, bad shit was going down. And he was screaming and yelling at me if I didn't answer immediately, no, I didn't have signal. And he was like, I was like, and I had to apologize. Sorry, I'm falling asleep. Still got my ass beat for shit like I do. Call me. Hello. What the fuck? And they would be instant, one after the others, right? And this shit, to the kids and I all the time. What do you want to eat? And it better be an answer. Right? Ring, 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 ring. Then here he is, talking to the kids crazy some more. Then here he is pretending even after the orders were placed and he was on the run from them in his dad's account, and even the police and Hawkins could see that, and they're like, oh, we're violating his ass. That's clearly him and not his dad, and he was wanting to know where Little and I were, which violated the orders, but good luck on Hawkins doing shit. Wanted to know our location, or y'all at the house. Right, and his dad allowing it. Anyway, it's fine. And then they jumped back on when they knew they were caught. Oh, hi, Joni. Yeah, man, it's such a lame ass job. Even cops called and my family, bitch, it's him. And they're like, yeah, we can clearly see that. And so yeah, you know, and then please don't be mad. This is after he hurt kids and me and run off. Please don't be mad at me, kids. Right? You okay? Did mom make it home yet? So, hey, I just treated y'all like shit, abused the fuck out of you. But hey, where's your mom? Because I got my dick to put in something else dirty. She home yet? You know, I'm sorry shit happens. Hope someday you can forgive me. Love you. Right. 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 Yeah? Oh. And here are Western Unions and things before I was ever public when I was in a motel long before whatever fuckery these tragedy pimps got up to. But their bullshit playing semi-fucking kidnapping, manipulation, hiding emotional garbage. I don't know, Hiltz. I feel like you're not onto something here, buddy. I feel like you're not onto something. And that's what I feel like. See what we got here, buddy. Because they all don't even know which one's who's burning for which court and which time. Still idling at the main road all day short. Shitfest meant to torment me, keep me on my toes, and eventually give him some excuse he's looking for, and so he can go frolic in the meantime. Right, but be sure of where I am and this and the other. Oh no, just like I say now, I said it then to others years before that was his pattern of behavior. What? So when all they shitfest meant to torment me, keep me on my toes, and eventually give him some excuse he's looking for. And so you can go frolic in the meantime, but be sure of where I am. Yeah, weird. Weird. Some are definitely not vanished by this point. Addresses sent to friends so they knew. Me actually keeping location whereabouts on his shit and him initially agreeing to it to build trust between us. But then he let me keep it because it meant he could beat me and accuse me of things. But what I actually did with the GPS was send it to friends on the daily or keep an eye if he was coming home early to beat me because he was mad at something else, to get the kids out of the house in time and all that. But yeah, there's what I actually used the GPS. And then I'd send it to friends and be like, he's X amount of minutes out. He's saying he's coming here to kill me. If you don't hear from our kids in, I guess take the risk and see if the cops will come in less than 2 hours before we're dead. Pro tip, don't even tip to show that shit to, Here we go. I think he's on his way here. Right? Oh, here are my ankles and legs and shit he beat with canes and even crutches he'd put me on for, the nice ones featured in Ryan Finds Truth's videos on the couch. Yeah, that had all the real holes my head went through on it when he was suffocating and strangling me. Why did I need crutches all the time, you wonder? Huh. Strange shit, that Hiltz. Not these Hiltz. These? Hiltz. This one? This one do it for you? About some of these Hiltz. You enjoy looking at him? Is your spank bank tonight? Oh, look, Hilts, here's where he stabbed me. That was just one of the stab wounds. I had to send those out as pebbles in the wind so people would have proof of how volatile he was getting, and I knew those would be better minds that could put the little pebbles left together to solve the kids' deaths if they happened. I scattered my little pebbles so we wouldn't be mysteries on that road either. Here, Health, get a good look at the stab wounds. Just one of them that night. That was just one of the many. Does that do it for you, buddy? Is it big enough for your little dick to stick in? Twist it around in my blood with my name? And you goddamn mushroom mouth up in New York? How are the stab wounds for you, buddy? I hear they feel just like a pussy to a needle-dicked motherfucker in New York. Stab wound? Is that your thing? Shit, Hiltzer, my titties. Those are the ones I had to wait months for. These were fresh, by the way. You ever seen fresh, within minutes, bruises look like this, Hiltz? Yeah, you should have seen them as they developed over the night and days. And how many months and months it took for them to go away, and part of my breast tissue and everything to die off from in my chest so I could actually go for help without them knowing or him being darn. These are fresh, Hiltz. Those are fresh abused titties. You good? Does that do it for you? Does that do it for you? And that ain't even full pictures, bro, in the least. They're fresh, bruised, and abused titties. You should have seen them after all the days. And God, Lord, I really don't show those pictures because they are pretty goddamn disgusting. I have shown the ones where I have the surgery wraps on me after months when I could finally seek help and get the masses out of my chest where the tissue death occurred and scarring and wrapping and happened. I've still got lovely radiology scans and all that. Had to be awake for that one. So, yeah. My freshly beaten titties and chest do it for you, Hiltz? You good, bro? I ain't scared. That receipt enough for you, motherfucker. Oh, and these are all pictures that were out. They even turned to my sibling and went, nope, I did worse than that to her. How much worse do you think it got than this that lasted for months and months on my body to where my children had helped me put my bra on? Huh? To where I still took him on those vacations he wanted. And then he'd yell at me because it hurt when he grabbed my titties trying to fuck me on those vacations and would get mad and hurt me again. But that he also made recordings and made sure to put out my son talking about those vacations and how I was a terrible person for taking him on. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. And he strangled me during this too with his daddy's seatbelt truck. This and that and the other. Still got the clothing, by the way, with the milkshake he spilled on it. Right, how about these? Let's do it for you, Hiltz. What's that one? These. This. Some of these. And these are just ones that are... Oh. And here I am getting ready to go in for them to cut my head off. But just a few hours before he beat me in the mass, trying to rupture it, which he knew was going to be a no-no, and they were going to try to bring all the cystic and solid ones out at once for a reason, and he made sure he beat me so hard in the neck and shit, and was upset I didn't even get to eat that for. And he knew that I could die during that surgery. That's how nice of a man he was. But here I am, and I've posted these. You can clearly see the bruising on my neck. You see it over here. Right? And I had to explain to my surgeon a few hours after that why those bruises were there. And I was like, yeah, totally tree limb hit me there, doc. And then a few minutes later, as I already had sedation on my arm, being wheeled into the operating room, a scan changed. And he's like, well, we're going to have to mute you for life. And I freaked out for a minute. And I was like, oh my God, my family, and I didn't have but a couple minutes notice that I was going to be muted for the rest of my life. And I'd promised my pap that I'd get this out of me at all costs. So I could get that hug I was expecting when I got out of there. I never got that hug though. Never did. Because we saw places. But luckily I woke up and still had the mush mouth I have now. Because that surgeon is amazing and I am lucky to have what remains to me. This you clearly did not miss and knew, and here in a second you'll give yourself away. How about these? Helps those enough for you? This? Oh, another titty shot helps. That do it for you, buddy? Do it for you. That's a whole triple D hilts. It's bigger than your head. Does that tell you how massive this was? Does it? How hard he beat me? By the way, those and my videos and all that about these were public and on my Facebook before we become public about summer. You should probably do your homework. It helps. Oh, look, another titty. Another one. It goes this direction. And that bruised ass triple D do it for you, buddy? Picture after picture after picture. And these are just some of the ones I released publicly. These are by no means all of them. You'll also note that there. Oh, and here you go. Head wounds that I already sealed closed with super glue and shit, but he kept beating me over. He let me go from the house that night, but my glasses weren't with me. It was piss pouring rain, and I couldn't even make it to Solomon's. And then I got a text through at Solomon's where signal hit, and he was basically telling me he was going to go after the kids. And I had to turn around. I had to go back. So blood flowing in my eyes. Couldn't see, and it was pouring rain. And I knew when I got back I'd get it even worse than I got it going. I was just trying to run for help. I wasn't going to make it in time, and the kids were in danger, so I turned around. But yeah, this is me because he was yelling and screaming at me. I tried everything for days. Styptic pencils, sewing, super gluing to get that to stop, and I kept getting beat over it. Oh yeah, it makes the best hair glue though. Blood does. Perfect mohawks. Right? What about these? Wrist and arm action do it for you, Hilts? God, he beat me for hours and hours and hours that day. He had a tendency, man. Sometimes he'd go for 2 and 3 days at a time. He'd take an hour break here, an hour break there. Luckily, during these years, I didn't bruise so spectacularly, so it was extra. I was like, shit, I finally get pictures of some of it. Because I didn't bruise much to the cancers and things, Oh, head wounds. Yeah, the ones he admitted to my sibling over here online, he did much worse to me than split my face to the bone, shoved my teeth through my lips and all that. It's when your buddy AB over there swore was ketchup, even though Andy admitted to it online. Your buddy Toaster, who did something with your son while he was dying. Yeah, totally deserved all it. My teeth through my fucking lips, Hilts. Must all be fake, anybody? What about this one? Does that one do it for you? I got the messy here. Now, let's see. Cancers. This proves breast surgeries, cancers, other shit, including the shit nasty we're getting out too. Wouldn't lie about that shit either. Anyway. Oh, and as you can see, my nose is definitely not that large, but obviously it was that large for a reason. I must have totally faked that. Oh, let's see. I don't know Hiltz, man. But he done what I expected him to do when I released only a few of these photos online, which was try to make them on one story. So I waited, and that's exactly what Monster did online. He even tried to put the bruising you see on my titties as, well, our son Phil. No, he didn't. And he tried to make them on one incident. No. But you see what got him, or is about what's going to get you, is I broke that lie down by just some of them. Oh, and these aren't all of them. Medical reports that are damn sure, and even when I went to the records offices and things, these are from the hospital's hilts, and they correspond with a whole bunch of injuries over just a couple years. And they could tell y'all, when I'm like, oh, I fell. Oh. And they're like, yeah, this is not a fall injury. Just like the breast center knew when they did my breast surgery, even months later, that impacts the breast like that would only happen in terribly awful high impact situations like extreme car wrecks and shit. They knew I was lying. But what are they gonna do about it? Right? And you think courts are making me, but yeah. So I use these beautiful, yeah, see this? Where this head injury correlates to the pictures I just showed you, right? Valid Health hospital reports. Damn, bro. And that's how Broke Monsters lies down online too. Because they weren't on one incident or even in the same time frames. But he tried to make them one story up here. And he tried to blame my kid, put them all together. Well, shit here. Let's see. I don't know. All the lovely paperwork throughout all the years. And Hiltz, if you or somebody else want to file FOAIs or FA bloody blahs, the first police reports made on Monster are the first, they go back all the way to the first time he hit me when I was like 11, 12, 13, I don't know, I was down in Shady at some place where I used to call Icky Vicky's, in front of a street party where I, in front of our friends and family and all that as kids and teens and preteens. All my friends remember it distinctly. I also know the exact detectives and their names that showed up the first time because I did leave Monster's ass laying for there and touch me. Alright, buddy boy. Police reports go back to the first time he ever laid hands on me. You can probably request those still. You might actually go physically to the records office for ones that old. They also, over the decades, the same judge that was handling our shit recently, there's been other orders placed on him through that judge. When our son was little too, and I'd left him for over a year. In this area where he had beaten me with objects, he loved to do that. Something they never changed. Also, the orders of protection on his parents, the history of violence, things they've done to my child. I got receipts, bro. I got them all. Detectives' words, mine. I got still serving DAs here who have watched his parents try to run us over. Me, namely, from the courthouse after they got mad after their flip script bullshit and fuckery with the courts didn't work. But this time, by God, it did, didn't it? Love it. And your all's help, it made it a wonderland for the children and I. Gray Fox, you serious? I know you serious over here. Don't you start me. You're gonna go the fuck on somewhere. And by the way, a lot of those are done well before AI was ever a thing or available, Gray Fox. So, yeah, no, love your narrative though. And is that not one of the names that dipshit goes under around here? So no, hate to tell you, Gray Fox, these pictures, this paperwork, all that. It'd be weird, wouldn't it, that I could produce paperwork with actual hospital numbers that correlate in the system and all that inside of Ballad with the actual photos I just showed you. Damn. That'd be something. Right, Gray Fox. You keep trying, though, with your hand. Anyway. Anyway, and then, like the thumbnail, and there are many of these throughout the years. Others I've shown helps where he admits or doesn't even take a second pause when I'm telling him that he's hurt or abused the children and I. This would be one of those, and he's being a dick because, you know, he's got my money wrapped up, blah, blah, whatever. But he's like, you want it paid or not? And that's the way to make me respond. And I'm like, I want a man who doesn't hit women and children. I want a real life. I want you to get your goddamn shit together and some help. That's what I want. But yeah, sure. Anyway. And then he just ignores it because nothing ever said matter. He goes, where? And I was like, just ignore all voices of reason. And then he goes, is that a location? Right? Because he doesn't want to hear how he's abused the children and but he damn sure doesn't deny it, does he? Nope. Just like all the messages I've put up over the years of him, you know, going, I know exactly who I... Yeah, he did. Oh, and here's one. This was during another incident, by the way. Because he'd always leave me wrapped up where I couldn't do anything. He'd keep me in the box, and then he'd run off, and he knew I wouldn't have any money, and he could do whatever and bang whatever whore. And then if he caught me out, that was a problem. It would, you know, yeah. To the point of he would attempt to murder me out in public in front of witnesses who I could still bring up in front of the world. Do not fucking get me all fucked up. So I was like, he had caught me out. This one I was like, I like that now that you've hit them, you're going to start trying to use that as part of your abusive bullshit threats, though. Nice. And he goes, then get your goddamn ass to them and we'll pay Bill. And is there, axe is there and wood too. So I was out because the axe had broken. I was out in the middle of the snow at this particular time trying to split wood because he hadn't left any wood pile, but I was trying to get what I could inside, but the axe handle broke. And then he tells me that in order for him not to come hit or hurt the kids, I needed to get my ass, whatever, and just do the wood basically, and there should be an axe and wood there. But that, and his response to me being like, I was like, I like now that you've hit them, you are going to start trying to use that as part of your abusive bullshit threats, though. Nice. He goes, then get your goddamn ass to them and we'll pay Bill. Axe is there and wood too. I was like, the axe is broke. And like 6 pieces of wood. And he goes, who broke? I was like, nobody. And the other thing was, eldest had actually tried to help me and he split the handle on it. Which is why I answered no. Because I don't get eldest involved. I knew I'd take the beating anyway. And he'd blame me. I was like, it broke. He goes, it wasn't when I used it 2 days ago. He goes, you broke or Boog broke. I was like, it was at 2 a.m. when the piece of shit splintered. See that? So he's wanting another excuse to come back, beat the kids on. He's clearly like, well, you know, it's fine that, you know, he's using the kids as threats now to harm them. He's like, well, then I guess you better get your ass back. Better do whatever. Stay there or else. And then it's him going after Booger me. And I knew that I'd be like it was 2 a.m. and make him think it was more. So he didn't care if we were cold, hungry, what was going on, as long as he was out running around. But I better stay my ass in the box. So tell us again about how nobody will show receipts. Help. Tell us more. Oh, genius. Trust me. Yeah, I figured it was one of Hiltz's. I recall him going by the Gray Fox. Yeah. So anyway, let's hear more of Hiltz's hot take. You want to? Because he's been a little less on here this time than he did begging for fucking somebody buying a pack of cigarettes before he got mad that nobody would, and then he went to Mama Bear's chat begging the other day. So he spent. Alright, one of y'all let me know if I'm back. I was battery racing apparently. Alright, I think I'm back. Anyway, let's listen to battery racing. Let's listen to what this super genius paid for. Tamper of everything Summer Wells Online has to say today for some hit job bullshit for the group as people are playing good guy, bad guy. Want me to mention Monster for some reason, probably because, like I said, there's shit going in the background. And, I don't know, the low on content, I don't really care. They want to listen to responses, whatever. Well, it's pretty gross. I ain't really falling for it, but I just thought, well, we're gonna drag this piece of shit today with proof and receipts, and maybe somebody will buy him a pack of cigarettes. Him and the wifey.
I'm sorry, can you retype that? I'm trying to read it right. Would you add some more context to that, please? Yeah, all this shit with Mushmouth about the abuse started after Andy left her. I say that's a scorned lover. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people out there that are,
and that he's unaware that he went to court. He's an idiot.
Being abused by their significant others, and what's that word called? When the abusee refuses to leave the abuser.
Look, like most tiny abuses, many us turn around like the Cams and who else is it that does it over? Oh, Lockdown, and go, hey wife, what's that word? And just like Andy did me others, what's that brain cell you have that works it? Can you help me? What's the big word I need? What's that thing? Can you get me a job? Hey, I know you know more, but yeah, I see you, you piece of shit, moron.
Thank you, and I do understand. She played storyteller when Andy moved on. Thank you. But yeah, I understand that there's real abuse out there. People have real Stockholm syndrome due to said abuse. I understand that. I get that. But they also have proof.
As you can see, I didn't really have Stockholm because I was calling him out on it. That's his, she was mean to me. She wouldn't let it go. You know? Toxic. like all tiny men, with women with larger spines than them. But yeah, apparently I was suffering Stockholm syndrome now, guys. Shit. You and your wife are dumb as fuck.
Files of police reports as proof. This bitch has been popping off about Andy B for the better part of 2 years now. And
whoa, he made this today. He says, I've been popping off about Andy B for the better part of 2 years now. 2.5 years. But he says that I didn't until Summer vanished. Is he aware of how long Summer has been gone? Yes, he is, because he immediately tried to start being a Karen daddy and kidnap Hunter from his mom. Within hours and days of Summer's Amber Alert being released. And you know, if he ain't got the brain cells to figure out what Stockholm is, he didn't do that shit by himself. I'm gonna say some tragedy pimp fuckery was involved in that, or C&D and an insert team quickly to get rid of Hunter. And discredit him and put him with somebody like this motherfucker so that. And yeah, that's just all I'm saying. Yeah, blame it on the victim if they go back. You know how many times on average it takes a woman to go back and forth to get away? Permanently. Do you? Why the hell would you be saying shit like that?
for the better part of 2 years now, of what I understand, about this so-called abuse, but no proof. Hey, Mushmouth, he moved on. Get the fuck over it. Be more believable if we can understand what the fuck you're saying. Be more believable if you produce the proof. But you can't, can you?
Wah, wah, wah. No, poor Hilts. It's fucking tragic. The train wreck you just found yourself in, buddy.
If you're so quick to do this bullshit without proof, what else are you doing? What else are you saying without proving? Huh?
Oh, Hilts, are you getting up to dirty work and implying I'm lying about Summer or the events or witness statements or that? Is that the narrative and the pebble dropping you're doing to your audience like you have for years for this group and for those around Ben Hill? Mm-hmm. Is that what you're implying? Yes, it is. That's what you're trying to do, is trying to discredit or target us as witnesses. For someone, something, this group, C&D, their teams, I don't really give a fuck. It's exactly what you just tried to imply. And what you're trying to push out. Now, why are you doing it in Summer's case only? And why are you doing it to all of us? And for whom? That's really the question. I'm going to need some receipts on that. So the feds, I'm sure they'd love to know who you're doing it for all these years. I'm sure they actually already know, despite you thinking you're a super genius tech villain over there. I'm sure your little methods, communications with the Heatherlands and the R's and the Rolls and all the other motherfuckers and Lips, I'm sure it just went way over their head. You know, you catch me if you can, wannabe motherfuckers, you're abundant. Oh, you think you're smooth. Your egos or something, ain't they? Carrying them.
And here's a question. I just been dying to ask. Why do you talk like you got a bag of dicks? Is that the drugs? Cancer? What? Why do you talk like that?
So here's where you got yourself up. You said, is it the drugs? Or is it drugs? Or is it the cancer? Implying you clearly knew I had cancer before you said that statement. Everybody does. That's why my icon remains that way. So dipshits like you online that come over here trolling me, and why it's in the first wording of what's the channel about, cannot then pretend you are unaware of it, and then you can't proclaim otherwise in court settings, civil or otherwise, or if you're taken to court for, you know, or Google say when you're violating terms of service, attacking those with known disabilities. Right? And this, bitch, you don't get this at a 7-Eleven. It's pretty clear. Yeah, see, that's... I love your ego, though, Hilt. You're
That's
an
my.
idiot. And then you said, is it the cancer? See, it gives you away. You clearly know. And I know you know. Because on your other lives, you say it. Just like Ziggy said it, like the rest said it. Justin's belonged. Everybody else has done the same thing. You're aware of it. You know why. You know why the speech disability. And you always imply it's drugs. And or that I'm intoxicated. And it's the same repetitious bullshit. You know. And there's proof that you know, which would actually fuck you up in any courts.
If it's cancer, produce the proof. Maybe I might feel a little something for you. I doubt it, but it sounded good.
And if it's cancer, prove it. Even Monster and Bells Online have told you. I've shown records. They're here. I just showed shit. This is not imaginary. It's here every day. Half my neck's missing every day. It's not the only ones I have. I don't know what to say else. Yikes, buddy.
Because you're producing a whole lot of bloody blah with no receipts, boo. And when I say bloody blah, because that's basically what I have to chalk up to, because ain't nobody can fucking understand you. We have to literally replay your shit 8 times on slow speed just to understand what the fuck you're saying.
Who's we, Hilts? When you say we have to replay you like 8 times on slow speed just to understand, that's implying more than just yourself. That'd be implying you and several others at one time are having to replay me just to hear what I'm saying. Implying a group operating online. Now, wouldn't it, Hilts? Yeah, dipshit motherfucker. Including those like Lips and others, and Lady R's and Headlands and all those, and throughout the years who've clearly targeted I and my children, and fucked around with courts, and tampering with services, and all the shit. See, that's where that's gonna come into play. Oh yeah, especially those Lips conversations being held with that one that CZ for some reason is putting up wrongly is being about Marlena. I assume that's to make me come on and correct that too. You're trying to get me to come on. The others are playing good guy with the DV shit. Y'all are up to something, and it stinks to high heaven. RPG and AB these days? Oh, that's right. They're still, you're all mostly AB's section here. I don't know what y'all are after. Why? Nor do I really give a fuck. I don't know. Y'all are stupid.
Okay? So, oh, and I know. Oh, wait. I'm putting that up there. Oh, wait. And I know you're going to sit there and try to come at me. Boo, come at me with some good shit. Don't try no dumb, okay? And make sure when you come at me, people can understand what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole world just heard me just fine, Hilts. And they seen the receipts. Just like they knew about him, and they knew even Monster's own words and all that are right here. Summer's definitely been gone for almost 4, and you were the first on the streets and out in the public trying to take a tiny witness that you suddenly cared about. You as bad as Marlena. And Fred and Candace and Don. And Laura. First out on the goddamn streets. First in public. First trying to take tiny witnesses. Trying to fuck with other people. Trying to put out misinformation. Y'all built all the same, ain't ya? I mean, bitch, you were out here almost to the day that Summer vanished. And you didn't know her at all. We didn't come public until almost the end of the year that year. and we were hunted down long before that by the same group you work with that I'm assuming goes into that we have to watch you territory. Considering Lips and all them and their helpful little text message to each other talking about who's recording me on what night and this and the other. And then y'all do the voice chats and all that shit together, yeah. Discords, yeah. Way to go, Hilts, with getting everybody busted, dumbass.
All right. So, given that blowhole, oh, not blowhole, sorry, Mushmouth. That's what it is. Mushmouth has not, in the 2 years she's been running her mouth about Andy B, has not produced any fucking information, let alone proof of any of these allegations. Bro, I hope he takes you and sues you for every fucking thing you own for defamation of character. Because that...
Did you say, what did you just say? You should have probably called in the wife for some help before you tried to pronunciate that word.
Let alone proof of any of these allegations, bro, I hope he takes you and sues you for every fucking thing you own for defamation of character. Because that would be...
Defamation of character. Oh, dear. I think you mean defamation? And I'd love to see him or any of those around him try. You know, but, you know, Hilts, you, for all the years, what you've done, have actually done that, and you're doing it here in that live stream. I'd hate to see you for anything, not like I get anything, but like all your baby mamas you got running around that never got anything, and your kids who didn't get anything, and whatever. But, maybe you should enunciate and pronounce words correctly and know what the fuck you're saying, little man. Defamation. Did you get, like, deflated mixed up with that? I mean, like, deflated ego after, a bigger one with a bigger spine, deflate said ego with receipts, or, I don't know, deflated balls, I don't know, deflated to the point of having to e-bag online for cigarettes from New York on Summer's name. Oh, bro. Deflated. Anyway. Defamation of character. That's exactly what you're doing there. And all kinds of other shit there. Hilts. I hate that for you. You've been up to it. Why and for whom?
There he is. Cause, yeah, boo, produce it. And I don't care. Go ahead, hate on me in the comments, hate on me in chat. Bro, I'll believe it when I see the physical evidence of this. Until then, I'm not gonna condemn a man on a female's word. Okay? I'm not.
Did you miss his own words online, Hills? He admitted, his own fuckery type way. He sat there in my shirts too, which is a form of abuse for him, my clothing, and she allowed it. Y'all watched him do what he did with all your buddies, like Lips, to my child and I. What do you mean, proof? You're not gonna condemn him on a woman's word. How about his own? How about his children who have also spoken out? When they were confused by your bunch of wee fuckers, with the had to rewatch your team. And I'm like, shit, I don't know how this is going down, Mom. You know. And then even Monsters like, oh, the fuck team of Hilts there. These bitches got it all twisted, and Jenny and Aiden got twisted, and I'm being punished to get guys up. Blah, blah, blah. What all that Hilts? What about when his children spoke out on his abuse of them? Like Little. And all your merry band of fuckers over there. than the bigger ones. And the tragedy parent's like, oh no, my man's dead. But that's not true either, because you can see in his own damn words he admits to abuse of the children throughout all the records, throughout all the years. And online. So I guess you should probably condemn a man based on his own words, Hilts. They were just shown to you. And that man has admitted all of it online. In his own, I mean, whatever, but. So you just seen his own words, and I guess if you were so woefully unaware of what he's spoken online, then you probably shouldn't be out here saying what you're saying. Which, by the way, there are other live streams very early on and in between everywhere else showing that you are fully aware of this, which means that I can prove you did today's live stream on purpose for someone for some reason. That should be helpful in court settings. Hills. Who got this dumb motherfucker up to this shit today? And the rest of you all up to this dumb shit on my DV for the last few days. While other shit's going in the background to try to trigger certain shit right now. Who's behind the veil this week? Now ask me if I give a fuck.
If you can produce the proof, show it. Okay, mush mouth? She got a mush mouth. And don't worry, you can run over to your little homegirls and run and boo-hooing baha on their shit because guess.
What do you mean I can run over to my little homegirls and boo-hoo and baha? Bitch, when do I have a team of girls to run to go boo-hoo and baha to around here on the tubes? Or even in real life? Man, I'm not a girl. And I'm not a boo-hoo baha. I ain't never been in my life. Right? I'm a real man, or like all my buddies are dudes, man. Real men. Didn't stick with those. I have a couple good girlfriends, but they're as fuck you up type as I am. So anyway, but yeah, I don't really boo-hoo or baha. Why are you projecting on me that you're a little bitch ass, much like Andy, much like Cam, much like other tiny men built just like you, always need a pack of females around to boo-hoo baha to? It's how you bring women in, just like he brought new supplies in. It's just like Don Buchanan does over there, why he come on Nanas. It's because they enjoy that female attention. Monster love doing it to dumb whores like, well, dumb whore. Be like, you treat me bad. Boo, bye. I'm an abuser, but... And they love to go to other women like that. And they love to surround themselves by women. And they love to see catfights. And they love to have a bunch of female friends. It's because all of you are built the same. You need the female attention when you're beating, hurting, abusing, fucking around, doing whatever it is. You need females to make around to feed that shit off to get attention, and then also to condone and baby your asses, because y'all have some sort of fucking psychiatric abuser issues that are similar in thread and scale. I can see you motherfuckers for what you are, Hilts. You, Buchanan, the ABs, the dogs, goddamn Andes. I see you motherfuckers and your similarities, and so do most women who have survived and fought. All you motherfuckers need females around you 24/7. That's why you have a team, a little wee over there, and all of them are female. That's why that motherfucker always wanted female friends, and why I used all that boo-hoo baha into girls to get the pull in, and then to also pull their dumbasses into abuse they didn't even realize was happening that way, and to manipulate them. Boo-hoo baha to a female feels sympathy, whereas my lady at home holds me accountable. It's what you people do. It's like Don Buchanan. His wife won't support him in the least ever or have his back because she knows he's a drama queen too, right? But he comes to a room full of women and wants that. It's okay, dear. It's okay to abuse family. It's okay to do this. It's okay to treat women this way. It's what all of you have in common, Hilts. You tiny men masquerading as men at all. See, I don't know what to say. Poor Boo Boo. Go boo hoo baha about somewhere with your group of women.
But I don't give a fuck.
I don't have that.
And I'm a nice guy. But I'm not.
You couldn't even say that without making fun of disabled people. I'm a nice guy.
Downplaying the fact there is real abuse out there. There is real proof of the abuse. There's real proof of people having cancer. I get that.
There's real people and there's real proof of the abuse. See, you give yourself wigging, and there's real people with real proof of cancer. Yeah, mine's been out here. And you know it. And you keep slipping, you dipshit.
But my thing is, they have all the paperwork. And they also are not on YouTube running their mouth. But given you're on YouTube mumbling and mush-mouthing about every little damn thing.
Oh, they're not supposed to be on YouTube or any social media speaking out so make changes and saves lives. And what you're doing is keeping women, children, and victims, survivors, fighters of any demographic possibly from reaching out and helping them die in body bags. Okay, Hiltz, and you say you're also a victim of DV. Okay, Hiltz.
Show some receipts. Show that paperwork, boo-boo.
No, yeah. He thinks he's a bully. He dreams of being a bully. They all think they're strong men, but they are the weakest on earth. So what they all also have in common. They're ballless, spineless pieces of shit. You're only good at yelling, using, screaming, beating, harming, manipulating, etc., women and children or the elderly. They do not have the balls to stand up to other men, or to deal with life, or the emotional capacity to do that. This fucking little coward over here can't even make his fucking way outside because he's little nerves. So he sits in live with it and plays his games and siphons up whatever for cigarettes on all of our shit for whatever because he wants to be a big man in real life. And he's not one, just like Don B is not, just like Don Wells is not, just like Andy is not, just like AB is not, just like Doug is not, just like Benny Keys is not. They're all cowards. And it's why they end up killing women and children and the elderly and others. They pick on what they think is weaker because it makes them feel strong, but only in the sense that they are weak and feel way about it. Most of the time. It's always got to do with power. The same as rape and sexual assaults generally do. It's about power, and it's why they're generally committed against women and children and the elderly by men. They're weak monsters. Though you'd think they were ferocious, and sometimes they are, and sometimes they take your life in person. But even in the last breath and last seconds, I think we all know what they are. And they're the weakest on earth. Not we, not our children, not our elderly, who try to survive them. We're the strength they wish they had. We have the spines and the balls and the tenacity to survive the weak things they punish us and do to us. Yeah. But they don't. They're just cowards, man. They're cowards. These monsters. They're cowards.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be hated on for the rest of my days, and I don't care. Bro, listen, just so everybody understands, I've always been an asshole and always will be one. But
it's sad, Hiltz, that you basically announce to the world on a daily basis that under the guise of, oh, it's okay, people can hate on me, I'm gonna be an asshole. But to most of the world, it doesn't look like you're some hard ass asshole. To most of the world, it looks like you're a pathetic fucking creep, a coward, an asinine nobody who was born one and who will die one, who is willing to debase himself and to abuse openly, no matter where, to gain whatever leechy, maggoty shit for himself. You are pathetic. Most of the world does not see you as some Billy badass, hard ass. I'm just an asshole like it, so I'm saying this about this here. You are pathetic, and most people recognize that, Hills. You are powerless. You are not a man. You have no balls. You have no spine. You don't have ovaries. You are nothing, dude, but a coward and a goofball and an idiot who's willing to do almost anything to make yourself fill your voids, your neuroses, your own problems, to deflect from that shit, to do whatever, and to get your needful things. Most of the world, that's pretty apparent too. I know you think, just like all monsters think, others are gonna see it as this big badass, I'm just an asshole and I speak it and I'm direct and whatever. You wish it sounded like that. It doesn't. You all sound like the weak creatures you are. And you sound gross. You are gross. And you sound and look pathetic doing it. And I hope to God one day you fix yourself. But motherfuckers like you at the age you're at, it's too late. You'll be this for life, I promise you that. You ain't gonna change. It's just how it is. Solidifying wiring after certain ages in the brain and science is how it works. Y'all choose who you are. You've lived this and you will die this.
Can't produce the proof. I don't know what to fucking tell you, boo boo. Receipts, bitch. Receipts, mushmouth.
Ooh, bitch, and mushmouth. Hey, Hiltz, I don't know if anybody's told you lately. I prefer cunt. It's more of a precious nickname for me. None of them hurt my feels. I don't know if you've ever seen any, like, bro. Survive bigger and badder and worse monsters than you. And I've definitely been called worse.
But yeah, there's 15 of you in here. I know the number's going low, but I don't care. Hi, how y'all doing? We're talking about Mushmouth and, you know, all the little games she wants to play. So.
What games am I playing? Bitch, you're the one sitting over playing Xbox with my name Mushmouth in your title and bullying against terms of service and all. I don't know what the fuck. The hell are you talking about?
What we're doing. Mushmouth has said a whole lot of nothing with receipts. Yeah, she said a whole lot of nothing. And has no.
You slipped again. Mushmouth has said a whole lot of nothing with receipts. That's right. You know about them. You slipped again. 14 minutes, and you're all like, how many nights? See, you already knew, you gave yourself away. You knew about the cancer, you knew the receipts, you knew about all things. You've already fucked up several times. Who got you up to this and why? We're gonna need receipts.
Receipts to prove it. But y'all want to condemn people. Neat. Over lack of proof. Neat. Lack of receipts. Neat. So, since y'all want to condemn me the last few weeks, I'm going to start condemning each and every fucking one of you. We're talking about Mushmouth.
Is he saying neep? Like meep, like that Sesame Street character, Roadrunner? I don't know what he's saying. I don't understand.
You know, all the little games she wants to play.
I ain't playing no games.
So, that's what we're doing. Mushmouth has said a whole lot of nothing with receipts. Yeah, she said a whole lot of nothing and has no receipts to prove it. But y'all want to condemn people, neat, over lack of proof, neat, lack of receipts, neat. So,
Keep going, Hilton. One day we'll get to the receipts on you and your boy. Luckily, I ain't built that way. I know you keep asking, so you can throw over on the bus, but I do entirely see why certain apples are absolutely cruel to people, disrespectful to women, children already going through awful things, and absolutely lay in and find extra cruelty laid upon them hilarious. Yep, apples and trees, Hilts, and receipts.
y'all want to condemn me the last few weeks. I'm going to start condemning each and every fucking one of you. Okay? And we're starting off with Mushmouth. Mushmouth is number 1 on the list. Isn't it great? Isn't that awesome? Yeah, yeah. But y'all can go and tell her too. I don't care. I don't.
No, it was amazing. There's like 3 people watching him, and then I hear it was advertised in the Good Guys. No, it wouldn't be a mass group attempt at manipulation and a listing or to do something fucked up right now, would it? Oh gosh, never. Alright, carry on.
But she better learn if she's going to run her mouth to produce that. If she's going to run her mouth, especially in a community like this, you need to come at it with the receipts. Boo boo. Come with the receipts. Mushy mouth, come with the receipts. Okay? Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. Daylight come and we want a receipt.
How much of them Red Bulls you're guzzling down instead of paying child support to one kid or another somewhere? Freck, gonna pay that for you too. How about AB? TM? Lips? Nick? All the investment team? Are there any pointy things around the block? Carrying on.
But I do acknowledge that there are people out there that do have these real life issues, been through these real life things, and have all documentation and everything for each and every one of them. But a lot of them don't come to YouTube and run their mouths about it. Okay?
Why are you... What are you, 6 up a life or something? What the fuck is that? Oh, there's people with real issues, but if they have them, they should never speak out about them. Damn, what a good advocate you are. Shit. Under that logic, I don't guess Summer or her brothers or anybody else should ever have spoken out either, right? Else. They were in DV2, should they have stayed quiet? If their only avenue of getting anything out was social media, would you condemn them too? Or, wait, you told your own story of DV online. What were you doing then? Is it okay for you? What about all your tragedy pimp buddies telling it? Do you tell them that? No, you don't. Weird that. Shut the fuck up, Hills.
I'll tell you, a lot of them don't. But for the one that did, how you doing? What's good for the one? What's good for one is good for the other. What else has or is she making up? I agree.
Oh, what's good for one is good for the other. What else has or is she making up? And that's Glitch Trap Lord. Imagine that troll name. Oh yeah, the narrative is that I'm lying. And it's about Summer, 'cause they want to make you think I'm lying about Monster. Oh no. Whom are you doing this for? In Summer's case on Nine Hills to fuck with witnesses and others around Summer's life and all your old, like, seriously. Who am I? What's the end game, Hilts?
I'm asking for simple receipts. I don't think that's an issue. You had cancer. Okay. I'm sorry if you did, but prove it.
He's a fucking moron. A paid for pretend moron.
I'll tell you that right now.
Why and by whom?
Fucking prove it, bruh.
Like CZ pretending to be extra super spicy crazy. Not only weirdly enough, after Lips traveled through her on way to Florida, picked up her bullshit around her neighbor again. Then Landon those days drops the lawsuit. CZ starts extra crazy and she's doing extra fuck shit. It's just some weird shit afoot lately. All with these dates wrapped around. By the time Marlena comes forward, shit's called out. Lips takes a trip. Lawsuit gets dropped. Blah, blah, blah. Lips is said to have some fuckery around that. Yeah, it all reeks. Somehow, some way.
Okay? You have stated that your now ex used to abuse you. Okay, where's the police reports?
Used to have, by my estimation, it ain't stopped. He just does it online and through assholes like you for years online. And he still does it by contacting family, doing this, the other, fucking claws into certain things he should have never had claws back into. No thanks to motherfuckers who should have never motherfucked around. And minding the children's lives, their own hot takes, usually on some sort of substance. Anyway, that's fine. But, yeah, by my estimation, it's still occurring for and with a bunch of you tragedy pimps, from the Nanas, the Chasings, the Jennies, the Adrians, Curiosities, your sorry ass. Oh, the Six Ups, the this, the that, the Sages, the whatever the fucks, fuck all y'all, fuck all of you all. In the team of we have to rewatch and re-listen to her again room. Yeah, it's still happening for him with monster riches, including Ryan doesn't find shit but his wife's imaginary spirits. Fuck y'all.
Oh, but Andrew, that's going too far. And?
Oh, but he stays behind the scenes. He has you all do the dirty work. For the most part. Alright? Yep. And he gets paid for it, just like you do, Hilts. Especially when toasters and nanas are circling shit. Hey, buddy? And then all of them stories change around on Ellie's most weird shit, man. Weird shit, though. Toaster gets thrown off the islands. Nana goes under investigation along with several others for fuck shit. I don't know, man. It has a feel to it. Carmen, the only time you'll see me have nose issues is when a cat's been up here, or I wear one of my hoodies that one of the cats has been on her room. Because my dumb ass became allergic. What's this? And I refuse to give up the cats. So, it's just how it is. But yeah, all these motherfuckers got the permanent sniffles.
You're a fucking hologram?
And if you notice, often I'll take alcohol and rub my face with it. And that seems to cure it, which tells you danger.
What up, baby? Okay. But you see, if you go back in the beginning, okay?
Sorry, he spaced out playing his video game while he's playing another game with me with this group today. And getting paid for it. So he doesn't really care what comes out of his pie hole, and he just gets that slack-jawed dumbass look. And he's staring at his video game. Somebody out here paid for all his hit job work in Summer's case online over the years.
What? So, you go back in the beginning when she first come out, she was talking about random things, which is whatever. We all do that. But shortly after Andy left her, she started talking about.
When I first come out, I come out talking about random things. But then when Andy left me, then I suddenly come out. Bitch, I wasn't public when Summer vanished, so I didn't come out talking about random things. I also was talking about the domestic violence before I ever spoke about Summer online. And that's for us. We've been hunted down, had by tragedy pimps, all that shit. Homie, what are you doing over here, you fucking idiot?
Alleged abuse. I say alleged because I'm that asshole.
It's weird you're that asshole, but even the goddamn abuser at least admits to some of it. So you can the alleged.
Okay. Now, she has not produced one inkling of any of it.
I think the entire internet knows that's not true. And we know by other lives Hiltz has done through years, even he knows that's not true. Which tells you he's up to fuck shit with this group tonight. Pretty transparent. Now ask yourselves why and for what. When mostly this is about, it makes you think about what else she's lied about. Hint, wink, Summer. That's the narrative, right? That's what's being driven. No, Lieutenant Aldo Rain, we're not gonna do that.
So you want to explain this, please? Because my brain hurts at times trying to figure out what is real.
Bro, as spaced out and blank looking as it just went when you went at your video game, I don't think your brain hurts at all. Not a bit. I think it's too deflated for that. And burnt for that.
What isn't real? What is right? What is wrong? What is left? What is purple? What is pink? Type shit. Okay? So the next time I see your bitch ass live, I would appreciate if your happy ass, okay, if your happy ass, produce some facts, receipts, proper paperwork. That'd be awesome. Okay? Can you do that? No? Or are you just going to go cry some more that, oh, they're picking on me because of my pet, blah, blah. Bitch, if it was that fucking important, you wouldn't have waited until a 5-year-old little girl went missing to say something. Okay? You really will.
If your son was that important, you wouldn't have waited until Summer went missing to try to obtain him. With not enough brain cells to actually do what was attempted to be done with and to your son. Only difference is, I was speaking out long before. And throughout all the years, from the first time Monster hit me until the last physical hit from him, and I still speak on all the things he does, and you all do as a group while he pretends to be innocent of that shit, like all of you all do. In a well-concerted effort online. I hate you monsters feel held accountable and that I'm the bad guy. You all are just going to get over it at some point. You are not the victims, you are the perpetrators. Same thing I told that piece of shit. Hate you and your feels about it still. Not my problem, it's a you problem. But yeah, hate it for you that there's proof out there on from the first time he hit me until now that he's been doing it. And that's decades worth of proof, and that his parents have, and all the things. I hate that for you, Hiltz. And that these were obviously, as you well know, shown, long before Summer vanished, And that when I first spoke on my Facebook, it was about domestic violence, what Andy was doing. I didn't assume, it would eventually be taken in by the firm, whatever. My channel was created to speak out about DV, to hunt tragedy pimps, as I promised, and speak about summer, when, and where I chose. But mostly to hunt tragedy pimps like yourself, you fucking freak bag coward piece of abusing shit. You tiny motherfucking overinflated ego fucking weasel. Alright? I love that you think you've done a good job here today. Dear team, this motherfucker, I didn't count it. I don't know how many fuck ups in this. He's getting all of you tied in even further, much like your shithole of a Saharan pool that's dwindling. They're just getting all y'all caught up. I don't know what the bigger circuit's really up to with the DV thing lately, especially the last few days. I don't really care. I assume it's got something to do with background shit or this and the other. I don't know. Do I try to elicit responses like the one I just gave them a few minutes ago? But it wasn't elicited. It was dropped on purpose because I chose to when I chose to. Make no mistake about that. Anyway, because sometimes it's just time. Anyway, I don't know. I can't even remember what he said now. Shit. It's usually what happens to my brain when I find whatever somebody's saying is worthless. It's just wrong or lies. I'm just meh. Anyway, carrying on.
Because I'm pretty sure y'all both have two different telling stories. And at this moment in time, I'm inclined to believe Andy B. Because there's a reason.
Wait, what do you mean we have two different stories? There you go and get caught, which means Andy's told stories on here about the abuse. God damn, Hilts. And he says he's inclined to believe Andy B. So he knows Andy's admitted to the abuse. Y'all gonna do better than this. This is stupid. Pretty blatant. Transparent. Good Lord. Ain't that something?
I left you, sweetheart. Could it be that you were the abuser? You really wouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure y'all both have two different telling stories. And at this moment in time, I'm inclined to believe Andy B. Because there's a reason why he left you, sweetheart. Could it be that you were the abuser?
Let me tell you the reams and reams of data that feds, elite, that I hold, children hold, lawyers hold. Not in all the decades of texts, receipts, phone calls, recordings, videos, paperwork, people, will you ever find Andy Precious fucking B saying, you hit me, you beat me, you abused me? Never. Which is something he clearly would have been doing inside of all of those reams of proof and data and everything I hold for all the decades. Had I done it, he would have been like, you hit me, you beat me, you did whatever to me. Never once did he say that. You know why? Because I never abused his ass. It's only when Jenny and Adrian started filling full shit in the narratives and he went hook, line, and cheese with it. And he was like, it was toxic and she was mean to me, like, I don't know how, but, like, and it's like I'm being now to you. Bitch, you are not a victim, you're a perpetrator. You're a tiny shit weasel, man, who deserves to be held accountable for what you're doing to other people, innocent people, survivors, fighters, etc. Just like I'd hold his feet to the fire and be like, bitch, you hit me. You hit this. You did this. You hurt me. You had saved me. You did this, that, and the other, and I wouldn't let it go. That's my toxic. Not standing down, not shaking in a corner like a chihuahua. Not this, not that, not going silent in the face of a monster. That's how I was mean to Little Bridges. Just like I'm being mean to your Little Bridges, honey. Hate that for you, you tiny men. Man, right? Y'all jokes. He's a joke, you're a joke. Fuck off. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, that sounds like that feels good in a passenger seat. Or driver's. Oh, no rattle to the trunk either. Nice. Nice exhaust choice. Carry on.
Could it be all the shade you're throwing on him was actually you doing it to him? Could that be it? Pondering and pondering and wondering and wondering.
And yet there's no pictures out here. Monster ain't got a one. He ain't got anybody standing like she beat me. Nothing. No. He ain't ever said she beat me. He ain't got no hospital records. He ain't got no this there, no text. He ain't ever accused me once of any such thing. Dear Lord. He never went out and took orders of protection. No, none of that. Weird, that helps. Weird. I'll say it was one-sided. And I didn't deserve it. And my kids damn sure didn't deserve it. Just like you over here, you little perpetrator. Fucking perp.
Could that be how it really went?
No.
That's a good question.
How about you take that out of your mouth? What do you mean? That's a good question, like you're a 3-year-old. It's not a good question. You're an idiot.
Could all the things that you have not produced any receipts for or documented legal proof on be the things that...
Hey, you should have... AB, did you not get with this guy before this? Well, he did. And we know their lives. In the past, he's done on the paperwork put out with Lips name. You know, with his little merry band of idiots. With Lips name. See the messages released lately where Lips like, I'm triggering JSB with their domestic violence and any and all other bullshit, right? You think this little shit ain't doing the same with the group right now for some reason? Y'all hear a little bit too much about my DV suddenly, like they all care or like it's this. That ain't striking y'all as a little strange after all these years? It isn't? Or how all the places I've been on panel or anything like that, they were trying to move it in that direction? Because they suddenly seem to give a fuck about my DV. That's not striking any of y'all as odd and intentional. Damn, it might be to try to keep me on DV topics instead of other things with real receipts. Or hunting tragedy pimps. Or it could be for a lot of reasons, I assume.
You did and not him? Because it's not unheard of for a female to do such a thing.
Ooh.
Play victim when they're they're actually the one doing. Huh. Gee.
Right.
Could that be the case?
Right.
I guess we'll never know. Huh. Yes, I know, I can't open the fucking...
Yeah, we kind of all already do know. Even Monster has spoken to such, and as you clearly just added yourself as knowing. Boy, you are not good at this. I know the group thinks you are, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Bloody, bloody, bloody.
Right now. So, Here, this is going to be another half an hour live, because I figure if I just break these lives up because they're all different topics, y'all get something different to listen to and something different to wonder about. See what I'm saying? Wonder.
Yeah, he wants you to wonder after he's put out the narrative that I'm lying about you. So hint, wink, what else am I lying about? Which means he is firmly trying to build a narrative that I'm lying about Summer, or a case, which means he's trying to discredit and target witnesses of June 15th and of Summer's life online with a group. Now, who's he doing it for all these years, and why? And who's paying his fucking ass? Those are the questions you should really ask, that are based in reality and truth and real. Like, you don't have to believe me. Go back and look through the years. Go look at all the other cases they do this in. Go look at law enforcement, families, survivors, victims. Go look at what they've admitted to online, even in Summers. Ain't nobody lying to you. It's what they do in all these cases, and what he's helped do in Summers. Now ask what his role's been. I know. Go ask what his role's been and why. Why he decided to do it. Who's paying him? What the end goal is. Look for the real receipts. So we can stop them and stop this if you give a damn about real survivors, fighters, victims, their families, law enforcement, real justice cases, and Summer herself. Breaking down these tragedy pimps and those like Kilts and what they've done for pay for play inside of Summer's case online that's had a drastic and real role on her case and to the real witnesses and those around her real life and in Summer's real life, real case, on the ground and online, to her community and all the witnesses, live hilts and all the rest, including these biggest tragedy pimps, on down to these pieces of shit like the Heathers, the Lady R's, the Lips, the rest, the Chers, lockdowns. Ask why. If you want this shit stopped, and you want to get to the truth, and you care about real justice, real news getting back out once again, less pain, less loads upon law enforcement, and more families and witnesses and others coming forward comfortably, and those who hold keys and can solve cases coming forward without fear of being eaten, destroyed, and their lives destroyed, or targeted, or hunted down by tragedy pimps like all of us around Summer Arm were. Like those in Dillon's, Petito's, Harmony's, Cash's, Classics, Sincere's, Quentin's, so many others. Sebastian's, Layla's, Holland's. If you care, you'll help find the answers as to why those like Hiltz and others exist. Because Hiltz is far more than just H's dad, who he didn't give a fuck about until Summer went missing. He's doing this with this group, and he has been for years. And they got a bit to do with H. It's because he don't give a fuck, and he'll do the dirty work. It's all the players like him and around him and those left here now that you're seeing so brightly. Though they've all been here under many names and accounts, and the dirty workers and the dirty bees and the worst of the worst, even though they're plain ass stupid, fucking crazy, this, that, and the other, fucking Puron addicts, junkies, criminals. No better or worse than your bigger creators. Find the receipts. Hunt them in reverse. Help find the truth. Help untwizzle their bullshit from these real cases. Real victims, survivors, and fighters. Help hold them accountable for what they've done. Help find the answers. Because there's a reason. Most of it anymore is because the playbook now is to destroy the cases outright. because they can keep them going for years. And it makes tons of fucking cash. Millions that flow to larger creators and to real big bad boy shit like cartel shit, trafficking shit, money laundering. But where useless twats like Hiltz can grab a pack of cigarettes a day. That's a true story. And they think they'll never be caught, held accountable, or feds really will not give a damn, or it'll go unnoticed, unbelieved. Right? The big tragedy pimps always have their backs. They'll do this, they'll do that. They'll be protected. They think laws and tech won't meet for forever. They think everything resides under a couple months or real time or a year length to prosecute or for charges to come. They're wrong. They're wrong.
But seriously, inquiring minds would like to know.
Yeah, inquiring minds.
You can't talk to a woman like I can talk to anybody I fucking want, the way I fucking want. Just to nip y'all in.
Yeah, we know. Apples and trees, Hiltz. See where it gets. Talk to women and children, even if they're already in pain, any way you want. In any way they like. Some of us know, Hiltz.
Booty butt. But don't worry. We all know how this is going to end. She's going to go do a live and deflect and do a big old reach around on anything that I've said. She isn't going to answer the questions, at least to where anybody can understand what she's saying. She isn't going to produce proof. None of it.
Okay, did I do a reach around? Did I deflect? Did I not produce proof? Did I not meet all of his requirements as requested of Mushmouth? Where are you today? I'm right here, sir. I think I met all of those things demanded of me by Tiny Man today, did I not? Could y'all hear me clearly and distinctly throughout this live? Y'all are aware throughout the years of Monster's Own Words, correct? Other receipts put out throughout the years. How the timeline actually went. I was speaking about DV first, and for many years before Summer vanished. And I've shown receipts on that. Y'all are well aware of all the things, right? Including, unlike Hiltz, it seems over here that Summer has been missing for almost 4, and he seems to think 2.5. Yeah. So, yada agrees. Photos, documents, receipts. I produced proof. And that I've been very clear and enunciated and pronounced my words correctly today. Delicious Devil says every damn word. Well, I'm glad you all could understand me around the tiny bag of dicks in my mouth / cancer. This one clearly was aware of and caught himself up in, like many of the bullshit lies he put out today for and with this group seemingly during a cycle that's going on around my DV for some weird reason. With all on the crew right now. It's a little strange, got a flavor. Weather vainness on it for me, which is why I've been ignoring it. But hey, I thought easy bag of shit to drag. See what shakes next. Drop shit I felt like dropping today at a time I felt like dropping it. Not because any powerful magical garden gnome compelled me to with such triggering wording and alive while he at a video game somewhere, bought somewhere on someone's dime around the world for him clearly tampering with and fucking up Summer's case online in front of the world for some reason. Because, you know, if he can't afford a bag of cigarettes, he can't afford no goddamn $80 or $100 video game. Who keeps him supplied on his electronics? But I got a new computer he supposedly got from the wife. Around the time all the Nana toaster flipped shit alley and hospital stuff was happening. Anybody remember that? Yeah, whatever. He's so tragically fucking broke, even Fred Hill has to buy his shit lately. That's amazing how many dollars this one's made off Ben Hill for targeting efforts, isn't it? And to destroy Summer's case and to fuck with all the witnesses in and around June 15th on purpose for this group online, including his own son. Strange that. Now all the shaking on certain dates, his lips made her way down, the dropping of certain suits, the whispers of lips being involved in shit. I don't know. Something smells funky as fuck around here. Anyway, y'all. Let's see if he's got anything else to say for fucking roll up.
Okay. Thunder. Sorry. Yes, dear. So again. Okay.
Damn, she has to ask you for a cigarette every time she wants one? Jesus Christ. Have you thought about getting your lazy ass off that game fucking system, you useless piece of shit? And rolling more than one at a time so she doesn't have to ask you and make you feel like a god because you have something to give her just to ask you for. Thought about rolling her like a few so she can just carry them around and smoke them. Makes you feel bigger though when she has to ask you for something like you're needed or helpful in her life while you go, well, if I have to get it, walk around it in. That. Glad both of you can smoke that roll up though on Mushmouth's name and Summers all these years. It's great. Oh, and your son, whom you didn't care about until the second summer vanished. We see it.
Inquiring minds want to know why you waited until Andy left you to start running your mouth. Inquiring minds want to see receipts on this so-called abuse. Okay? Because those are some heavy accusations. But without proof, it's just bullshit. Okay?
But he already got himself up a minute ago. Saying he knew Andy, like, see, y'all gonna do better. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Lord.
Mosh, I know you're listening, Mosh. Mosh, are you in my background listening? Moshmouth, are you back there listening? Oh, poor little Tank.
This was 9 hours ago, Hiltz, you ran this. And now you're making fun of further disabled people. You know that tink tink joke that Cat Williams tells that you're doing the poor little tink tink off of Hiltz? I actually know that man in real life. You know he's from the area and that we're all familiar with him. Are you aware of that? Or no? I mean, you should be, since he and his family lived near where your son and Allie did. You are aware that he also went to the same school as your son, right? But that we all do know Tink Tink and his family in person, right, Leaper? That Cat Williams told that poor little Tink Tink joke on. You're well aware we know that man, right? And even his little Tink Tinks and his addiction, things like that, he's still a far bigger and better man than you'll ever be. And a whole lot in his family are very good people. I'm assuming they really appreciate you making fun of their disabled family member who got his ass up out of a hizzy and was in the Olympics, no matter what that transpired went down at, and that he admits his mistakes and he's went forward to do better and to be better and strive for that. Unlike you there, buddy. But I'm sure his local family here really appreciate you making fun of his disabilities too, like you have mine. Anybody else you want to make fun of that's disabled? You should probably ask your son about the Leaper family here. Dipshit. Wonder if they could sue you too for what you're doing. I mean, I don't think they sued Cat, but you know, his shit was funny. Yours is just tragic. And honestly, I didn't like Cat's either, but I know a lot of people found it funny. I know Leaper's cousin found it hilarious. I don't, personally. But yeah, no shit, right? How far removed is that, and who would expect that JSP and those here locally know? Poor little Tink Tink, that you're New York, nobody asked, doesn't know, or their family, like we all know. Who would ever thought of JSP, and even probably your own son and Allie damn well know that family? I don't guess you would ever guess such a thing. Nah, but we know poor little Tink Tink, and he's not poor little Tink Tink. He's more of a man than you'll ever be. And he moved lines for people that society often sees as less than, or not qualified, or survivors of one kind or another. He did that. People said his voice, or he couldn't be this, or he couldn't be that, or he wouldn't count. And he has counted, and he's made change in the world. For the good, no matter his backstory or what happened, and what he's strove to change. He still made change in the world. You Hilts, you're just a detriment. You make the world a worse place. So, I don't think it's poor little Tink Tink. I think it's poor you who needs to go to his girls and go boo-hoo baha.
Poor little Tank Tank in the background listening. Aw, Mosh. Why you gotta do that? You know you're not blocked. You can't type in chat.
So you're equating mine and Leaper's disabilities together, so you clearly know it's a disability. See, there's another way a court can determine that you know it's a disability and that you're equating it to the Cat Williams joke about Tink Tink of the Leaper family here that we know. So you just equated it. That's another way of catching you in courts doing that, and on Google, and terms of service. Hilts. Would somebody like to come get their little tragedy pimp, nobody fish, who's continued to fuck up Summer's case and fuck with witnesses and others on purpose for one day will be put out, I guess. He's not a smart man. And he damn sure doesn't know anything about boxes of chocolates and how beautiful they are. And how even the simplest of minds can choose whether to be kind and good or disgusting and terrible.
We as inquiring minds need to know. Okay?
Yeah, we inquiring minds need to know why you've been doing this for years in Summer's case and for home. And how much you've gotten for it. I think a whole lot of us hold receipts on the Hilts. Wait for it, Hilts. Wait for it. Anyway, I think we're done there. He's got like a minute or two probably to go, and I think he actually just cuts off his stream, just ends at the end of it, from what I've seen. I don't really care, but it's like 2 minutes or so left in it. He just needs cigs and Mountain Dew and coffee. Anyway. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, I think we came, we saw, we conquered over another tiny little abuser today. And I guess responded to the group movement like they've been trying real hard for days. I don't know. We'll see where it leads. I'm gonna continue ignoring the shit out of it. It's goofy. Um, y'all carry on watching it. I guess it's entertaining or whatever. Um, right? Um, pay no never mind to the fact that it has real um, consequences for women and children and fighters and survivors who may not reach out when they watch you all view this shit as entertainment. And they may die because of that. And what they see y'all typing in chats or agreeing with. And I can promise you there are more than a few undergoing domestic violence situations. And all these thousands amongst you. Now look, even Smiley's going through it while shitting all of us for years. Look at all the others. You never know who is watching and listening, and who may die because of your words, blind eyes, and things you type in chat. Please help change the world. Don't help more women and children than others. Only matter once they're in body bags. Be good pebbles, kind ones, kind and decent sparks, and be a voice when and where you can. Um, you know. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. I want to eat and snack, and I don't feel good in the least. And I'm doing my own thing on the ground here currently. It's a little bit more important than tragedy pimp shit. Mostly just downloading, compiling, ignoring. I was made aware, like I said today, of certain things in the background that could be causing parts of these shifts. Not interested in that either. My words from the first hold. I'll have a fucking party. I don't care. Don't be a monster in my realm, and I won't have reason to celebrate. And don't ask me to care about monsters to that degree. Those especially have hurt my children. I don't and never will. So, um, anyway, I hope all of you have a good and joyful night, or evening, or morning, and that whatever weather you're having, you're dancing in it, and knowing that all weather doesn't last forever, and storms pass, and sun comes, and vice versa, and without one, you can't know the other. And that all are worthy of dancing in. We all only get one life, folks. We never know how long that is. Please enjoy it, and reach out to your fellow humans, and remember humanity, and community, and neighbors. On this little speck in these vast cosmos, remember your voice. Just one can change the world or save lives around it. You may never know it, you may never understand it or see it or the ripple effects, but it can do that every day. Simple things like a smile to a stranger. It can change the world. The simple things. The little things. They mean the most. But I hope y'all find joy and peace and love and harmony in whatever you're seeking tonight that is good and kind and decent. I hope you remember each other and never go to bed angry, and always tell those around you that you love them. Because you never know. None of us do. You ain't gotta be perfect. But I think we all even if we're dark as coal sometimes or whatever, we can all be kind here and there. We can all be good. Um, Nobody is perfect, but all of us can be kind and decent, good sparks and voices, and change and leave the world a better place than we found it. You know? But I think for most of us, being that over here is a nightmare. I think most of us are better people than that ever was or will be. And the more we call that out, the less trees and apples and chains there are in the world. The more you hold things like this accountable and the more you stop them, the better the world is. Especially for survivors, fighters, and victims of justice. You know. Anyway, y'all have a good morning, good evening, and good night. And as always, please share the DV/Universal Land Signal for help. Y'all know my spiel around it. And please forever continue to share Summer's picture and basic info and links of true info. And by that I mean not anything on social media, not any of our dumbasses on YouTube or social media. I mean local surrounding law enforcement, state police, TBI, FBI, real investigative, and journalists like Bobo and the Antilles and WJHL and WCYB and Rogers Review and Hawkins News / Bobo here online, Times News Online, Kingsport Times News Press, Bristol Herald Courier, you name it, right? So, if you don't care, take one of their links to whatever news piece about Summer or the Q&A about her up on the Fed's website. Share it above and trade them out ever so often so that maybe the right piece hits the right eyes or ears at the right time and somebody holds the key and or it leads to the captures of those responsible. It can even do that. And it is a very, very tangible way, just those small things of doing all that for Summer. And it's the most tangible way of helping her. And keep that in mind with all the other cases, especially in Tennessee, that these tragedy pimps are inserted in, hunting in, and doing this same playbook in. Like they have all the others before Summers, and those overlapping and those continuing. Especially the high profiles. Much love to all of you all. Much peace and happiness. Good night, guys. Oh, and I may put up something here in a little bit for little. I'm going to think about it hard because it's going to give me a headache, but I may put something up in the community post here in a bit. Might. Anyway, y'all have a good night.